Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. I'm going back to Islay today, well, whiskey wise, to Caol Ila, my favorite distillery on Islay. But this is a bit of a special one because this is their Caol Ila Unpeated Style. The Islay distillery Caol Ila has an unpeated style on the market since 2008, and they've been releasing it in their Diageo special releases every year, and now they're already at their 18-year-old. But when I visited the distillery in September 2017, I tried both the 17-year-old and the 18-year-old unpeated style, and to be honest, I did prefer the 17-year-old, which is why that's the one I brought home with me. Now, the unpeated style is a bit uninspiredly named. They simply call it Caol Ila Unpeated Style. Oh well. Anyway, this is the one I prefer, like I said, so that's the one I took home, and the one I would like to talk to you about today. It is, like I said, released yearly in the special releases by Diageo, and this one was released in 2015, and it is bottled at a whopping 55.9% ABV. So, not for the faint-hearted. Ooh, a bit of wind. Let me just put this down on the table. 55.9%. Beautiful, dark golden, full body. Oh, this is going to be good. On the nose. Well, I get loads of sweet barley sugars, caramel and vanilla, even some speculoos and creme brulee. And while the classic maritime, the coastal elements are there, they're way in the background. I do get some citrus peel with a bit of a salty lining, but it feels very fresh. I get some young apples, a drop of honey. Wow, it even starts to flirt with tropical fruity notes. It's not a fruit bomb, far from it, but still, it's definitely not your typical Caol Ila, not what you would expect. But then again, this is the unpeated style. Right, on the palate then. Saltiness, citrus fruit, in a nutshell. Wow, this is very salty, in fact, and it becomes a bit bittersweet. Bittersweet like grapefruit, lime, but there's definitely lots of salty elements in there. A green spiciness, so it does get a bit of a coastal element in there. The saltiness becomes quite big, in fact. I get some mint, I get some pepper, something menthol. This is quite lovely, in fact. It's powerful, but it is not scorching, so you can easily quaff this without adding any water. But it's so lovely. It's very good. It's warming. On the finish then. That finish is indeed long, warm, soothing, a bit smoky. That must be wood smoke then. Although they say unpeated style, but I find it very hard to believe that there's no peated barley used here whatsoever. Maybe it's from the cask, maybe it's from the stills that haven't been cleaned properly, but I do get some peaty tang, I do get some peaty smoke in there, although very, very gentle, very discreet in the background, subdued. But I would not call this completely unpeated. But hey, who am I? I mean, if Caol Ila says this is their unpeated style, then it's their unpeated style. But this is a grand Caol Ila that warms up your insides in this cold weather that we have here today. A bit windy. This is the type of dram that you will want to sip. And whenever you go visit the distillery, this is one of the bottles that you can find in the visitor center on the shelf. Do not hesitate. Take it along with you. Bring this baby home, because it is a beautiful unpeated Caol Ila style. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you.